that idea of bringing up the question of what is home? What is home for you? What is home for us? What is home for our children? You might think of where you grew up in, maybe the house where you grew up, or the town, or the city. Maybe you've kind of lived in the same general area. Maybe you had a parent who was in the military and you moved around a lot across the world. Where is home for you? Maybe you've been blessed to worship in basically the same town or city for multiple decades. Maybe you're kind of a recent transplant, whatever the case may be. It was kind of an interesting thought, driving around Chicago and getting up through Wisconsin, you know that drive. And musing on this, the idea of going back home. And even though I recognized Appleton and I knew most of the exits, it wasn't really home anymore. Even though I was familiar with the area and familiar with the people, I saw them and I knew them, and I'm like, I know you. You look a little bit more gray than I remembered you. Same is probably true for me. It was kind of that moment that I realized where home actually was. That even though we brought our pillows along so you wouldn't wake up with a headache, the Airbnb certainly wasn't home. It was just a place to sleep for the funeral. Even though we went to the same relative's house where we had spent multiple holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it wasn't quite home. Even though we saw a lot of the family that we had seen and that I had grown up with, it wasn't particularly home, although it was nice to see them. But home was actually here, where we've had 2 children born here. We moved here when our oldest was 4, and our younger, number 2, was 2 years old. And it was kind of discombobulating for a while. What is home? And what does it take to call a place home? And what really makes a place home?